So how you doing, guys? It's Bob Augusta here at Shoulda Coulda. I got another project for this weekend. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. Let me show you what I got here. Picked up a CB radio for the bike. That was the one option, well, other than that, than the airbag, that the bike does not have, is the CB radio. Now these GL1800s, they come equipped with all the controls and so forth to have a CB radio, but when you notice there's one antenna on the bike, it's to tell you that unit is not installed. So this is the radio antenna, and what we're going to be doing is over this side we're going to be putting an antenna here, and the CB radio unit gets installed in there underneath everything. So we're going to have to kind of dig our way into it. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. That's the project for today. Well, what I need to do is, I have the trip light here, and I have this other device that I installed in here. I'm going to have to pull those out of there first of all. The other thing is this piece right here, this black piece right here, needs to come out. That's what I read in the instructions. Not 100% sure that's the case, but I'm going to say that is. And under here, we got this trap door here, and then this is going to come out, and underneath it is where all the electronic components live. So we're going to need to dig into here and get the radio unit out. The CB unit goes underneath it, and then the radio unit goes back in there. Somehow it all plugs together. So that's it. So let me get started with most of this. One thing to notice here that I noticed is right here you get this metal bracket here. See, that metal bracket's sort of pre-bent and designed to fit in there. And the antenna has its own bracket. So looking at that, that's where that other bracket would bolt. And I'm assuming that's where the antenna is going to get its ground from. So it'll probably be contoured just as that one is to fit over here. So that should give me a starting point, at least where to mount and drill. So let's get started with this. Okay. So again, I'm not affiliated with Wing Stuff at all. I bought this from Wing Stuff. Seemed to be the best deal. Paid for all of this with my own money. So this here is that contoured bracket I was talking about. And it looks like we got a rubber grommet here and a couple of bolts, which will probably bolt through there. I'm assuming this is going to be, there's your base, there's your loading coil. A couple of set screws, Allen, which is probably going to be here. So these are your set screws. So the way the antenna matches to the radio is you slide this up and down to get your 50 ohm match to your CB. When you get your size, you lock it down and you'll get your optimum antenna performance. And here, this is probably going to be the base. That's the only thing I haven't seen yet. And it's the last piece. And there's your base. That's good. Comparing it to the original OEM antenna, this base is identical, which is good. So this bracket, where this bracket lives, drill a hole in the middle, pass this through. Okay? So it's a 10mm hole, and then you find the center and punch a hole in the center. see 4 screws that correspond to what this would be. You see 4 screws. So this unit has to come out. If you look in here, you get a screw here, screw here, screw here, and the screw there. So these screws got plastic washers on them. Okay, so all the screws appear to be identical. So this has to come out in a weird way. There you go. So that's out. That's what they wanted me to do. That's what I did. So right here, that bolt's got to come out. It's an 8mm. So we got that. This is going to go here. Open that up. That's sort of where that needs to live. You see right here, you see how this thing's dished out? The wire's got to go out that way. The antenna wire. Oh, look at that. There's a place for it. There's a hole right there. Interesting. Okay. So we got that in there. This is going to be our starting point for our holes. Basically, if I drill out at those 2 holes, I have my alignment holes. I find the center of these 2 holes, which are 10mm, whatever that's going to be. Then I can come back in through. Gotta get this so this is happy. I'm just going to go ahead and let it walk a little bit. Go in here and let it walk a little bit. And now what I've done is I've dimpled the plastic in the center. So I should have a nice center punch right there, right in the middle. There it is. There you go. Perfect. So there you go. I drilled my holes. I got perfect alignment. Just basically marked. I went down the center line of the hole. Laid it at the bottom, counted how many lines there were here, and divided it by 2. And I found my center line. Put a little mark there. I'm going to get my 1/2 inch. I'm going to go. That's it. Those are my 3 holes. This one's for wire. And the other 2 is to mount. This one's to snake down. Get out into the world. There it is. So out it comes. This should fit in nice. There you go. That's it. Beautiful. So the antenna is installed. So I kind of broke in at step 14, but I wanted to get the antenna because I was a little unsure how that was going to go. And now I can see how that's going to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back and start at step 1. So let's go ahead and get you guys back over here. Alright. So next thing I wanted me to do is, this is the cover. This is where the USB port comes out that I have my my music. They wanted me to remove that, so I did. So the cover's like completely off the bike now. So what you wind up with is this unit just floating in there. Step 7, remove. The left pocket is shown. We've already done that. That's this piece right here. So now we're going down the instructions. So what they want me to do, let's see if I get some light in there. So here's your radio, just to get some perspective. Here's all your audio harnesses for the radio. In here you got this little piece of extension piece here. piece of plastic right here. Right? It's a little extrusion. So when you look at the instructions, that's it right there. Right? They want me to drill a hole right here. And that's, I'm assuming that's to pass the CB antenna wire in. Pretty much dead nuts in the middle. So they want me to progressively make it larger. So I want to go dead nuts in the middle of that. Yeah, they want me to drill from the back in. That's a hole drilled. As we went in here, we drilled that hole out. And the reason why we did that is because the antenna wire comes out that predetermined hole there and routed through that hole I just drilled, which is right here. So we have a hole there. We got a much larger hole. They supply this grommet, and the idea is to slice this grommet and then slip it over this wire, and then they kind of want you to tape this piece of the grommet back. Usually I'll just spin it. So I got to cut this, I got to slit this. Okay, so I've taken that and I slit it. There you go. That grommet is installed. Step 19, install the CB radio. So we got to find instructions to install the CB radio. Okay. So that's it. So the antenna installation, with the exception of just, doing all that, exception of doing all the rest of this, is done. We now have the antenna into the thing. CB radio gets installed in here. All right, let's see what we got in the CB box. To download installation instructions, proper URL. So I guess I got to go there. Plain English rules, Citizens Band radio service. Yeah. And there's the user guide. Doesn't show anything, but I'm going to need to learn how to use it. What do we got in here? We have, looks like foam padding. There's some anti-vibration. That's what it looks like. The unit itself that looks like it's double sticky tape. And that's it. After that, you wind up with an empty box with no directions, nothing, that we're going to need to download. So I think we got to pull that out, stick it on. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to see if I can't download something that shows me how to put this together. So, we got a handy dandy surface. I don't even know if this thing is going to show. That's okay, we'll read along. So they want to install the CB antenna first. Okay, we did that. We're going to disconnect the negative battery. We did that. Memories, trip meter, clock, suspension systems will be suspension too, huh? Shit. So install the CB antenna. Remove the audio unit as shown. So we got a bunch of plugs. We got 2 bolts on one side, 2 bolts on the other side. Audio unit, disconnect the connectors. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start at the top, right? So there's one. All different types of connectors. There's a lot of connectors and no two seem to connect the same way. So we got all the plugs out. There ain't much room to play with in there. Good thing is all the plugs are unique. Because there ain't much room to play there, these are 5. Is it a 5? It is a 5. So that just basically comes right out. Alright, so get the unit out. Mark the harnesses at the points shown below. We want the CB antenna harness 80 millimeters, 3.15 inches. Okay. So we're going to come back to here. This is the 3. This is 3.2, 3.15. It's going to be like right here. There you go. It's 3.15. That's the antenna. And then it says 45 millimeters for this cable. 1.72 inches. That's right there. And then the last one's 25 millimeters. 0.98 inches. So that's about an inch. There's our lines. There's our marks. Moving on. Match the marks in bundle. This is cushion tape. Wind the cushion tape with the mark position at the center. There you go. Wind the second cushion tape around the first as shown. So we want 2 sets of cushion tape here. There you go. Attach CB radio in the position shown. So this has got to go in, harness side, wires facing towards the back. And we want isopropyl alcohol. Remove adhesive backing before attaching. So I got to get some isopropyl alcohol. This in here for now, so I know where to. Sitting in back here. Because it's showing a gap in here. So with that being said, I'm going to wipe this down with isopropyl. Just dry fit this one last time. Something like that. Sits in the back. And we're going to put it there for good. We'll peel back this adhesive. That's it. There you go. Good. See what the next step is. Route the CB antenna harness and CB power wire harness as shown. So that goes there. That's as shown. Connect the CB antenna harness as shown. Oh, that's what's shown. That's the way it is. Okay. Install the audio unit in reverse order of removal. Connect the CB controller harness. So the CB controller harness goes here. So we need to start getting this all up in here. We need to now put these plugs in. We'll start at the bottom. And then this is the next one. Alright, just to give you a good look. That's all back installed. That's the power cord for the CB. That's the CB's data cord. The antenna's into here. It's all assembled. Okay, let's see what the directions say. Can't be much more now. Reconnect the negative and test the operation of the CB radio. Install the motorcycle's parts in reverse order. So I think we're done, guys. I think we're done. So we're going to take this now. Boy, that grommet's a pain in the ass. But it's in. Okay. So this pops in here. And that closes. Alright. And then I got this, which is on my tunes. What do we got here? Go ahead and turn this on. That's it. Channel 19. Ain't like the good old days, but see. We got squelch. Good. Volume. Channel up. Channel down. And do we go into transmit mode? We do. Looks like the buttons need to be exercised. Yeah, that's okay. Don't know if I'm putting out audio. It's showing it's transmitting. Cool. That's it. That's an install. So we got our twin antennas. There you go. There's actually some activity. Not bad. So I haven't tested any transmission and so forth, but there you go. So all my audio settings, all my preset settings, everything has to be started over. I should have taken inventory before I started. Oh well. That's it.